All right, good morning to you. Real quick, my name is Terrence Blunt. I'm just going to walk you through this 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander. There's quite a few of them here on YouTube already. My real purpose is to go over the interior, exterior, some of the things that I like about it, some of the add-ons that I did do. In case you're contemplating doing the same type of upgrades yourself, then you'll kind of know what it looks like. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right on in. All right, so please excuse the garage. Got to do some reorganization going into the new year, but I digress. Okay, so here it is. The front end to me looks really solid, really clean. I had it towed up here from Kentucky, or I should say down here from Kentucky, because I'm actually based in North Atlanta, Brownsville. But anyway, I digress. Okay, so back into it. Here's some of the things. It came factory with the Outlander on top of it. You can add it if you wish. I would recommend it. My wife did not have hers added to her car, so we are picking that up to add it additionally. I did add on some of this aero kit here, which I also highly recommend, especially in the diamond colors. This one is Labrador Black, not the diamond black. It's gonna be hard to see because there's not a lot of light, but something I noticed, like in the paint finish itself, you see there's a little bit of a purple hue versus the silver that they typically have in that diamond black. But anyway, okay, so you can see right here that lip right there. I call it kind of a lip. It's in the front, but anyway. So we have that on the sides. So both those chrome pieces and this bottom part, that is an add-on. So again, this chrome portion here, this portion here, these were add-ons. It just makes it look a little bit more aggressive, even though it's already pretty aggressive as is. And then as I come to the back, there's a couple things I'll point out there. So of course, this piece was added. I do recommend adding the chrome plate to it as well. I think that's pretty awesome. Put Ode to Evo on this one because I won't be driving it, which I got this car because unfortunately my Evo 10 MR 2014 was totaled, and that really made me sad. But anyway, okay. So I did add these additional plates here. Actually, it still has a plastic on it. I just noticed that. So there's that. And I did get this Mitsubishi floor mat situation here, so you can see it kind of pills up. That way, if I'm just sliding things in and out, I don't have to feel so guilty about it, as I'm always moving groceries and that sort of thing. And I've just got some stuff that I need to take to Goodwill. But anyway, I digress. So moving right along. Get this thing shut. And black did rub off on me pretty well, by the way. Initially, I wanted white, but couldn't get it in this type of setup that I wanted. But anyway, okay, so you see it just goes throughout the entire side piece there. I noticed mine was a little bit off from factory. I can see here, like, it's pretty clean, but when you get here, see, it's a little bit too wide of a gap. But otherwise, my mom and my wife have a really good fit, so it turned out very nicely. Anyways, this is the black from the exterior. Highly recommend it. So many people tell me how great this vehicle looks. I'm a little surprised I heard of it more than I did the Evo, which really saddened me, because of course Evo people understood it, or WRX STIs. Anyway, all right, so now I'll get ready to shift to the interior and show you some of the modifications I did there. So just a quick little recap. Did these two side pieces there, right? The rear panel there, I did of course with the front, and then the chrome plates and what you saw in the interior. All right, so let's go and hop in. All right, so let's start a little bit with the interior here and see if I can showcase it. It's gonna be hard, some of these things. So you can barely see the Mitsubishi logo right there, but it is a nice touch. And Outlander, so this lights up here, and there's interior lights that pop up here as well. And depending, you can kind of see there's like this blue hue and the white, so it's blue or white, again, depending. I did add this little carbon fiber look here to kind of match this. It is a Fox carbon fiber because it's definitely not real. The aluminum was really nice. I was concerned about that black piano scratching. I think this is a nice addition. It does look like it goes over it, to be honest, but that's fine as well. And then so something else I could showcase to you, but I'm gonna go maybe around to the other side, see if I can get a better visual there. I wanted to take a moment to point out the blue light. So as you can see here in the drink cup, and in the charging pad there, and it looks like that one went out pretty quickly. But when your car is on at night, they will come on and stay on. So now you can see the blue interior right there in that little holder, and you can see it in there as well. So there are some additional ones you see in the back. I'm gonna try to get this to pop out, but you can see it right there with the charging ports. There's a nice little blue light there. So it just makes it a little bit easier to find some of that stuff. So there you go. All right, quick little bonus one. I gotta cut it off because obviously you don't want exhaust fumes getting in the garage. But anyway, so you see there, lights up blue right there in the center. Lights up blue as well there, where your card holders and stuff go. And then you can see like in the feet area, so you can see like the little blue hue. And it's back there on the back as well. All right, there we have it. All right, so that right there basically is my 2022 Outlander SEL launch edition. There we go, I had to make sure I got that top of mind. I did find somebody pointed out in their channel with the hood, so maybe one slight complaint that people have is that the hood tends to move a little bit. There is apparently this little dampener in there that can twist and move. Let me see if I can find that real quick and showcase it to you since the guy pointed it out. All right, so again, this hood is known to kind of shake and move a little bit on highway speeds. I just want to point out something. So you know when it's really open because it'll be very clear here, like this huge opening, right? And you can see the gasket right there. And then this part here is always a little bit more open, but again, this is how you know. So the whole thing here is in the front. And so anyway, I'm going to use my hand just so I can do this. Here we go. All right, so what the gentleman was pointing out was this here. See how that's turned to the side? That's turned to the side there. So he twisted these caps a little bit. That goes right there, and then that right there should add enough resistance to keep your hood from bouncing around. Mine's not too bad, but I would definitely recommend it. Again, the hood is not shut, so I'm about to shut that now, but it makes it very clear that it's not shut. But with that, I will say that is my only real gripe there. Oh, wait, one more I can address, but let me turn this camera around. All right, so one slight little thing that people pointed out, which I semi-understand, is the powertrain. Look, CVTs have come a long way. You know, I've driven a dual clutch, a manual transmission, traditional, conventional, like, you know, 5-speed automatic, 6-speed, et cetera, et cetera. CVTs have gotten a lot more reliable than they've ever been in the past. And on top of it, the power is actually more than efficient enough for the car. So coming from an Evo, look, this thing doesn't accelerate like an Evo. If you want something, let me zoom in to my face here. If you want something stupid fast, then go buy something stupid fast. But be at peace when you get to that gas pump as well. And so with that, this is enough for me to put 5 people. I've had 6 total in here at one time. We were in the mountains. It didn't even struggle then. Look, it's sufficient enough to get around town, do what I need to do. And one thing that I do not miss about my Evo is the fuel economy on this thing's pretty damn decent. If I'm on the highway going long trips, I'm getting real close to the mid-30s, which is phenomenal for this type of vehicle. And on top of that, it's just a great cruiser. So it's meant to be a little bit more luxury than anything else. And I know that might be a tough word to hear from some people coming from, you know, hearing the name Mitsubishi, but this car is straight up legit. And even, you know, from the car clubs that I tend to go to, like my Porsche friends, Audi friends, all of them BMW, they all are like, mad props, Mitsubishi, you did this one right. So if you're thinking about getting something that's a little bit more family friendly or has a lot of space, but you want something that's luxury or luxurious, nice, definitely better on the fuel economy and reliable, this straight up is the car. So anyway, and I named mine Vader. No one can take that name. All right, out.